Hi, it's Brenda. Welcome to my channel, the Empress and the Sun Tarot. Today we're going to be using the Sacred Destiny Oracle by Denise Lynn. We are going to begin with a general reading, and then we'll get into some viewer questions. We hope everyone is doing well. Today is the day after the eclipse. It feels still a little strong energy to me. So feel like that energy is still kind of lingering around, is how Celia's putting it to me. So we're going to see what is the energy for the next 24 or 48 hours from whenever you're seeing this, and just take whatever part of the message resonates and leave the rest, as it is a general reading and part of it can resonate for you, but maybe not all of it. And we did put up the monthly zodiac signs, so you wants to remind me to say. And the first card out is the card of blessings. Then we get the card of pleasure, and then we have the card of action. So are you ready to take action towards the things that bring you pleasure? Because if you say your blessing for them first, it's amazing how they'll just kind of show up for you. And the underlying energy is the card of voyage. So are you going on a trip? Are you, I know we're doing that at the end of the week. We're going on a voyage. I'm very thankful and grateful about it already. I'm really excited. We're planning on doing a lot of meditation, and that beach is right there. And are you being what action are you taking? Welcome All About Maine. Yeah, what action are you taking currently? I know I have been in preparation. Like today I did my hair and painting my nails, getting my things ready for my voyage. I'm already being grateful for being there, even though we haven't left yet. So take the time to do that. Dave and I'll leave on vacation, and normally, like, as soon as we leave, I'm like, thank you for such a wonderful trip. And it was just something that I started doing a long time in the very beginning, because I was always very grateful for whatever we were doing, and just enjoying the fun times we were having together, and being grateful just made the whole time just amazing. Going into it with that place of gratitude, to be like, I'm so grateful for, I'm so grateful for the next week to come. Like, I love always being at the beach. So, Auntie and the grandbaby and my daughter. So, current energy, the Ace of Wands. So, seeing things differently. I know we've been doing a lot of meditation, and I feel like the energy is now changing, especially with this eclipse. My meditation yesterday to today, completely different. Crossed by the Ace of Wands, crossed by the Ace of Pentacles. Are you ready to take new action in the physical with this? Say your blessings ahead of time, and then just watch them appear. Apparently, I'm going to have to my daughter trim my hair, so I'm really grateful that she's such a good hairstylist that she'll be able to take care of that for me. So I'm very grateful ahead of time, and it'll work out really well because I know she always does such a great job. The foundation is the Three of Pentacles, which is about the contracts you have with other people in the physical here. Are you doing your part, working with the community, helping others? My and Dave and Celia together are, we've been really in that place of connection. And are you doing that with your higher self? I told Dave it's me and my higher self and my ego, and then it's me and him and Celia, and then me and Celia and the divine, and then me and him and the divine. There's so many different, the power of threes in there that, that's a really strong energy. In the past, the Five of Pentacles, a little bit of struggle, a little bit of, feeling maybe left out, but the key is right there. And, Celia's always referring to that key as Chiron. Are you doing that healing? Because, that eclipse yesterday was at 19 degrees. Chiron was there, the sun was there, and the moon was there. Literally 19 degrees Aries at the eclipse yesterday. Chiron was there. It was the key to free you from your past. You are not lacking anything. If you take the things from the patterns of your past with your Chiron and you convert them to the wisdom, you free yourself from them. Find the wisdom in them. What belief did they give me? Does that belief serve me anymore? If not, you know what? That belief is, a ridiculous belief. And, I can't believe it's held me back this long. Headspace, the Six of Wands, which is about, going into that next phase, that victory, knowing right where you want to go and what you want to, where are you ready to go? Where, heal that. Leave that in yesterday's past. Say, I'm ready to pull the wisdom from whatever that situation is, and pull the wisdom from it, because it's time to move forward in the immediate future. The Chariot, definitely about moving forward. Current environment, the Queen of Swords, which is about, gaining clarity, knowing exactly what you want. The Queen of Swords is sometimes divorced, sometimes single, sometimes just, on her own, gaining her clarity. If she doesn't like what's going on, off with your head, she's not gonna, she's not putting up with it. She's not. So, how other people are seeing you is the Page of Swords, which is maybe about being short in the messages, or kind of having your energy pulled back. She's got her head in the book, and she's got a lot of ideas up here, and she's walking a tightrope. Like, she has her focus on other things. And I feel like other people may have felt you pull your energy back a little bit. Hopes and Fears card is the Two of Wands, and that's about making the decision about what do you want? What is going to bring you this, pleasure? What action are you taking towards that? That is the work to do. The Knight of Pentacles is the only knight to finish the race. He is the one that does the work, and is gaining that wisdom, and is leaving, behind a trail of all the lessons he has learned. The underlying energy is the Fool, a brand new beginning today. The Page of Wands is about taking new action, or a new message coming towards you. This may be like a text or something from somebody, maybe from your past, or just part of your community, reaching out, a friend or something. And we feel like it's going to maybe come to you out of the blue. It's going to be a really surprise to you. And we feel like you may not, you may not answer. You may be, maybe I'll get back to you when I get back from my vacation, or wherever you're going. So, what is, what do you have going on in the foreseeable future? Where are you? What voyage are you taking? I feel like it's a voyage of the heart. And we're going to see the Celia cards. So we're going to take that one. And we get the card of Teacher Wisdom. You are a light worker here to share the gifts of your journey. Then we get the card of Do a Burn, which is write down what you want to manifest or release and burn it. And then the Sound Healing, which is singing bowls, drums, or chimes. I know I had a few people over this weekend doing a little party, and Dave came and did a little of the sound, the wave drum and stuff, and everybody was just blown away by his skill. And he actually did a little thing yesterday for us too, which you can check out on his channel, Big Wave Sound Therapy. And the other card is Upgrade in Progress. Please hold. The pause is needed. Take some time to nurture yourself. Know this eclipse energy is going to hang around pretty strong for the next 3 weeks. You could feel things, coming into your life, leaving your life. Are you ready for a new day? Are you ready to leave behind the things of the past? If you know where your Chiron is, look at it and say, what is the wisdom with that? So, very, the sun is still, in conjunct with Chiron. The North Node is, I think, 7 degrees away. So, it's still affecting it. Your healing has to do with your life path. They are intersecting and making, a stand right now. So, are you, where are you in your healing path? So, I'd like to thank everyone for joining us. Hi, all about Maine. we've been doing the Joe Dispenza stuff, and I will say I have been working on the meditation stuff, and I had kind of felt we had kind of gotten a stagnant place, and you know what? I've been doing those meditations, and you know what? It's changing me, and it's making me change timelines, and Dave did a sound bath yesterday outside with the eclipse with me. Made a little thing for his channel, did a little for me afterwards. We did a little hot tub, and he did a little more for me. So, like, a lot of times we're trying to encourage him to do it, and he just did it. And I didn't have to say nothing because I changed, and it put me on a higher timeline with a higher version of, the person that's going to be a reflection of me. So truly, by raising your vibration, like by raising your, like, I had a dream about, because we were talking about timelines and things, and Celia showed me an image of it to where there's like little mounds. It was like this infinite little mounds of dirt as far as you could see. And she said every time you make a decision, you like turn one of these mounds and it takes you on a different timeline. And there's so many, things you could, see through there. So just a different perspective on it, knowing how many different timelines are simultaneously happening. And when you go to a higher vibration, you go to that timeline and everybody else is on that higher vibration with you. It's freaking amazing, the change that's happened since we've started. So all about Maine, can we get a card for you? But we've just been we've been doing a lot of meditation. So Dave and I have been doing it together. Having some huge breakthroughs on some healing stuff today. So if some healing stuff comes up, don't be surprised. Some things you need to work on, some things you need to say, because I'm feeling like a throat chakra excuse me, thing right there. Are you speaking about what you want? Like, I was thinking my self-worth was being pretty good, but and then I started looking and kind of seeing what was going on around me, and I was like, I think I could do better than this. And I literally have just been working on meditating and working on my self-love. So we're getting some cards for you, and healing chaos. So definitely some healing and some excitement coming towards you, all about Maine. And then we get the card of fulfillment, which we love that energy. And you get the card of enlightenment and freedom and flexibility on the bottom of the deck, which is, a tiger stepping out, in, behind the, into the light. Are you ready to heal this energy and like step into the light? Because so he's like, tell you, like, because truly by me raising my vibration changed everything, like, amazingly. So we hope that helps. Know that being grateful for the lessons, thank you for, that lesson to show me, the wisdom in that. It was part of my trigger so I could see it, because things have to trigger us, so it creates a path to that healing, because that healing is, ultimately, yeah, like new is coming. Like the next few weeks we feel is like really, really strong energy. You're still going to be feeling eclipse for, like, we were in the path to totality, so we got to see the full thing. It was really amazing. David, I actually did some video out there with it yesterday. It was kind of fun. Okay. All about Maine, are you still around? Because you get a couple more cards. Yeah. Yeah. If you're around, Celia says she threw you a couple more. We're just making sure. Well, you got the card of standstill, the card of love, and the card of miracles. And we'll go ahead and I'm like, that's more than I usually am going to take, but we're taking them, she said, which is embracing wisdom and blessings and pleasure and community and voyage and release. So that general message definitely applying to you. And definitely, embrace the wisdom of that blessing, have the blessing ahead of time. Like, go to bed and be like, I am so grateful. My life is changing more every day. Like I am like start being really grateful ahead of time is the wisdom. Like that was the wisdom of the general message. Like do that and know that the pleasure is really going to come to you. And there may be a trip in the fall. Yeah, we get to stand still and we get love and then we get miracles. So sometimes things like that happen because you're meant to do a leveling up, and sometimes that's the only way to happen. But like, how is your meditating? Like we've been doing the Joe Dispenza stuff. That's what me and Dave bought each other for Valentine's Day. We got the Joe Dispenza progressive and intermediate course, and like have been doing the meditations every morning, and like our life has changed. Like living my best life for sure now, even more than I felt like I was before. Now I feel like it even at a higher place. Like we were talking about happy, and he says, what do you think about happy? And I said, I want it to just be my state of mind. I don't want it to be a mood. I just want it to be my state of mind. So I feel like you could be having a voyage in the fall because that release reminds me of fall. So if you're invited on a trip in the fall, I feel like it could be maybe a retreat or something, because I see this community here. I feel like it's going to bring you to a new place. So if something comes up for the fall for like a healing or a seminar or something you're interested in, do it. I feel like this is later than that. For me, this is like September, October, like a retreat or something. Because with this community, it makes me feel like retreat. And the card next to it, the pleasure card, is kind of like, a woodsy card. So I feel like somebody's going to invite you somewhere, or you're going to go on a retreat. It's going to be a real leveling up for you. I feel like somewhere in nature, like somewhere with water and with like nature with the birds. And so if you're invited somewhere, go. The Sometimes this happens so this miracle can happen, and we feel like that's what's happening. In there is a double rainbow. So sometimes, things are at a standstill for a reason. And then you got the simplicity card, which is like the angels are around you. So for me, look for signs. The angels, Dave the other day, he said, did you put a feather up on the window ledge? And I'm like, no, why would I do that? And he was like, well, it was up there. And I'm like, I didn't do it. Yeah, something about I feel in the fall, because that's like screaming fall to me. And then the voyage card is there. So if there's something you want to do, just say the blessings about it and know that it's going to be a beautiful, like life changing thing for you. But like as I've been changing my vibration, the things with Dave and I have been changing a little bit. So because we've both been doing the dark night of the soul stuff, so we're like, okay, we're eclipsed out of it. We're leaving that behind. We're moving on to happy. We've been learning the lessons. Chiron was there. We're releasing the things we're realizing and saying, okay, where is the wisdom I need to gain in that, and gain that wisdom and be like, okay, take the emotion out of it. Because as soon as you take the emotion out of it and say, okay, there's wisdom in that, that was part of my path to trigger me. That person was just part of my contract to trigger me, to get me on this path. And if you have that thought and say, okay, where is the wisdom in that? Okay, it was meant to be part of my pattern, you know, and just try to find the wisdom in it all, Celia says. So, but thank you for joining us. All About Maine. Hi, Damini. How are you? Can we get a oracle card for you today? Aries Spiritual Guidance. Welcome. I think we're going to do Damini first, and then we will, we'll pull oracle for you. We're just doing free oracles today. You are very welcome. All About Maine. Have a wonderful day. It was great catching you. So, Damini, you get the card of opportunity, and then you get purity, and you get forgiveness. So, and a new beginning. So there's something that is going to begin, like a new open door coming towards you, an opportunity, but it may be a repeat cycle of the past. And if you gain the wisdom of it, by the purity of it, by like, okay, sometimes an opportunity comes so you can see a pattern. And we feel like the pattern is, what do you need to forgive? And a lot of times that needs to look back at you. What do you need to forgive yourself for, in order to have this new beginning? Because I feel like there's a transformation that's got to happen before you're going to let that in. So. If in any recent relationships you're holding like any kind of negative energy towards anybody, you need to forgive them and find the wisdom in that relationship. If you find the wisdom in that, that is the key to letting that energy go. Hey, Ricky, how are you doing today? You're going to get, yes, we're going to get Aries Spiritual Guidance, and then we'll get you. I'm getting a love message for the Aries. Awesome. Thank you so much. And for you, you get the card of wisdom and leadership. And for me in this, it's about, are you really diving deep into this? I feel like it's saying dive really deep. Like yesterday's, one of Celia's messages was, it's really now time to take that deep dive. So take a deep dive into it. And Dave and I were just talking this morning, on that thing about love, you have to be vulnerable. So deep dive into your vulnerability. And that leadership card, like you are going to lead the way in the relationship. So awesome energy. And Ricky, can we get you? Hi, Corinne. How are you? Yes, Ricky, we're going to get you. You are very welcome. Okay, Ricky, how does Jaw Sagittarius feel about you? Has it been a little quiet? Because all the others are face down and that solitude card flipped up in the deck. So if it's been a little quiet, no, there's opportunity coming towards you. You get the card of the voyage. You get the card of action. And those cards came out in the general reading to a new beginning. So opportunity for a new beginning. If it's been a little quiet, it's part of the journey. And it's just in the right time. Be patient. Go with the flow. Well, you get the solitude card. What were you doing yesterday? Because I see that moon there, and yesterday was that like eclipse. But I feel like there's a big opportunity for something something fiery there, because that's like a beautiful energy. And we feel like there is a lot of like, I almost hear like tumultuous back and forth, like art bantering. Is there any of that between you? And I feel like there's like some growth cycle, the voyage from a little to a big there. So maybe in some time, but we feel like overall an opportunity for a new beginning of maybe a different level, maybe from going, that's a little more in the energetically. How are you communicating? Yeah. Well, I feel like it may not stay that way. And I feel like just because somebody appears calm doesn't mean they aren't very excited, like underneath, but trying to play it really cool. Like, I feel like somebody has a lot of emotion about it. And I feel like you can feel that person's emotion. Do you want it to be more? Are you thinking about it? Because, like, normally if we, like, draw that friends line, it's pretty, like, firm in the sand. And would never entertain. I would say you're probably feeling his energy if you're asking the questions about it. And just because somebody looks calm doesn't mean they're calm. Like, I might look calm, but there's so much Celia energy flowing through me right now. It's unbelievable. So, Corinne, can we get you, pay attention to that. Here's a great question. Why is he single? Solitude card. I hear, why is he single? If he's not, how is he in a relationship? I see there's it said opportunity. So there's an opportunity. So Awesome. We're just doing the Sacred Destiny today. And Corinne, you get the card of fulfillment and happiness and release, so release control and I feel like that's exactly what you're looking for, Corinne. But so he's like, you got to release control. You get release and forgiveness, Corinne, with illumination. So, do you know if you're in such a place of bliss, there is no forgiveness? Because truly, I've been listening to Joe Dispenza a lot, and he says true forgiveness just comes from taking your focus off of that person and not giving them any positive or negative energy. Just truly like gain the wisdom of the situation and be like, thank you for the lesson. I see the wisdom in it. And like, because Corinne, we love that happiness. That's like my favorite card in that deck. So we love that for you. And anybody else that would like a message, drop a comment. Let us know you're here. It's a little later in the day for us, but we thought we'd jump on for a little bit. Since I was recording some other content. Fabian, are you still here? If not, we're going to sign off and go hang out with Dave for a little bit. You are very welcome. And we love that, Corinne, that happiness card. Love, 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 love. And I've really been like a lot lately, been going back and revisiting situations and being like, okay, what is the wisdom with that? Because the only way we know things are pattern is if they keep happening to us. So we can gain the sense of the pattern. And then the pattern is just so we can learn forgiveness. I so know. Truly know. But everything's always working out. And Celia says it's a slow process, but you can a little more each day. So I think we have gotten everybody. So I am going to go and see what Dave is up to. I'm going to post some content in a little while. We hope everyone is having a great day, and thanks everyone for joining us. Bye.